All right. I'm going to peace to everybody. There's a lot that I want to talk about, but I'm not going to make it too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go ahead, let y'all know that I found some videos. You know, I want to share this with you all. A lot of information came from the brother Jolly Bay. Shout out to him. And the videos that I'm gonna show, I'm gonna let you know they from Jolly Bay. I'll let you know the ones that I done looked up myself. It's time for changes, but it's time to get the awareness up. Okay. First things first. I want to go ahead. I did the prayer earlier, but I want to play this video. This is sent from me through Instagram by Brother Jolly Bay, and I really think that everybody need to hear this so it can be like really looked upon. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. All right. Let me see if I get it. Okay, I just want to make sure which way. So when I go right, it goes that way. When I go left, it goes this way. All right. This video is from Jolly Bay, y'all. Let me go back to left. Okay. He sent this to me. How you doing? Peace, Mother Shelley. Listen to this. Once I play it.
Proven right after all. I've just come out the most extraordinary 2-hour congressional hearing here at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. on that very topic. Experts all agreeing weather modification, cloud seeding, chemtrails, it's real. Here's what happened.
My written testimony goes into detail explaining my decision to join more than 500 other scientists and academics from around the world to call for a solar engineering non-use agreement. I'll just briefly state first, the understandings are not sufficiently developed to know what the outcomes would be, and unintended consequences are almost certain to happen. Second, our 70-year history with weather modification should give us some humility in thinking that we can understand what the consequences might be. We've been trying to modify the weather for 70 years, and we don't know if we're modifying the weather. And finally, we have one Earth, and experimenting on it carries considerable risks. I have likened geoengineering to risky gain-of-function research on viruses with uncertain benefits and catastrophic risks.
Now, the federal government has been involved in cloud seeding since the 1940s. Using the planet as a test monkey for emerging technologies poses all sorts of risks. Among these that have been highlighted by the EPA are stratospheric ozone depletion, acid rain, and reduced crop yields. There's also the question of whether such large-scale climate interventions is even necessary given the uncertainties regarding climate change.
For years, anybody who questioned weather modification was labeled crazy or a conspiracy theorist. Now we've learned that they've been doing it for decades. One geoengineering company called Make Sunsets injects aerosol into the atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space. I want to show you their frequently asked questions. Why? It says, unless we reflect sunlight, tens of millions of people will die and 20% of species may go extinct. These climate activists have come so far that they are actively trying to inject chemicals into the air to block the rays of the sun from hitting the earth. And they want to take away our God-given rights over the earth in order to satisfy their godless climate cult beliefs. Potentially cooling the earth could also cause people to freeze to death, crops to die, and could literally lead to killing millions and millions of people.
Isn't that something? That was sent to me by Brother William Jolly Bay or Noble William Jolly Bay, y'all. I got something else I want to play. Listen to this. This is RJK. They won't. Oh, they won't let me play it. Y'all see that? They say it don't have no sound. It have sound. They don't want y'all to hear it. Listen. Look at the title. Do not comply with digital ID. The digital ID is that so-called mark of the beast, y'all. That's what they pushing. They already got it over there in Britain. They're trying to get it worldwide. That is going to be controlling the daggone digital currencies and everything. Me and Jolly Bay spoke on this amongst each other. This is Robert Kennedy. I think Robert Kennedy Jr. actually telling the people about not complying with the digital ID. The digital ID is going to have all the money and everything. That is why they're also trying to get rid of the dollar. Please understand what's about to happen, regardless on what I say about Nasara. Just keep in mind that before we actually get to where we got to go, I told y'all it's going to be a final showdown coming. I've been saying this over and over again. It's literally coming. You got people that is going against this stuff right here. Okay? And you see, they won't even let me play it. Look, they will not let me see. It says it has no sound, but it do. That's why I sent it to my email. They do not want y'all to know what the hell going on. Now, let me see what this is. I'm playing stuff for y'all so y'all can get ready to hear what the hell is really going on. Okay? Listen to this.
Systems on Earth right now that are literally specifically designed to feed off of your soul, which is your light body. These are called black cubes, which are invisible frequency devices that siphon emotional energy from fear, from guilt, from worship, and from trauma. This energy is called loosh, and it is literally used to fuel systems in fallen off-planet beings who have cut themselves off from the source of all energy through free will choice. So the main black cubes are hidden underneath the Vatican, where loosh is harvested through guilt and confession, in Mecca through ritual worship around the Kaaba, in Manhattan through fear of money, debt, and failure, at CERN through scientific experiments that create artificial wormholes and pierce dimensional fabric. And so the more fear and disconnection that humanity feels, the more these power grids literally are empowered. But the truth will set us free, and awareness dissolves consent. We are not food, we are eternal source consciousness field. And so when we stop resonating with fear and guilt, we become unharvestable. So when we restore our base 12 eternal life, tree of life, 12-stranded DNA, our energy literally becomes non-loosh compatible because we are connected to the eternal source consciousness field. And that's why I created a rapid 12-strand DNA activation course, which will realign the DNA coding to the base 12 eternal life code. If you feel called or you resonate, comment tribe, and we will send you a link to join.
Now, isn't that something? Now, I had to find all these videos, but Jolly Bay sent me some of them. Let's play this if they can let me play that. You see that says the jab, right? Those that took the jab. Hopefully they'll let y'all hear this.
Said to not take a vaccine. The vaccine was never safe enough for me to take. Messenger RNA devised by Pfizer and Moderna has been chemically modified to be unassailable to enzymes in the body to be broken down. The messenger RNA is found in the human heart of people who die after the vaccine. It's found in the brain. The spike protein is found everywhere in the body. 3 studies now show the spike protein is circulating in the blood for 6 to 9 months after people take the shot. This part of the virus, the lethal part of the virus, in the vaccinated, it's circulating in the blood. And then they take a booster, they get more circulating in the blood. It is a killer protein. It cannot be safe. It was not safe by design. Safety trumps efficacy. We cannot tolerate false drug claims. And we saw a poster behind Senator Blumenthal making a false drug claim that vaccines saved millions of lives, specifically the COVID vaccine. Well, let's take a look at that. When someone signs consent for a vaccine, Senator Blumenthal, does the consent form say it's going to save their lives? Of course it doesn't. It's not on the FAQ. There's never been a prospective, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial ever showing that COVID-19 vaccines reduce mortality or hospitalization. There's not even a valid non-randomized study. Thankfully, COVID mortality went down for 3 reasons. Because we all got the infection, vaccinated and unvaccinated, so we developed population natural immunity. We developed early treatment. Credit to Operation Warp Speed. We used all the Operation Warp Speed tools, additional drugs. We treated patients with multi-drug protocols at home so they don't go to the ER. So Governor Green never saw the patients we treated because they were successfully treated at home. And the third reason is that the virus mutated to a much milder form. Those things happen concurrently with rollout of the vaccine. The vaccine cannot be falsely credited with saving millions of lives. We can't allow false drug advertising to be put up on a poster behind one of our public servants. We cannot accept that.
So let me quick.
All right.
So that's why I said a lot of people lying. 80% of the population got the vaccine. So that's more than 2/3 of the population. So only 20% of the population are not vaccinated. And with the vaccine, it killed a lot of people. They say that most people, like out of everybody who got the vaccine, 70% of them died. My grandfather died after getting vaccinated, right? So what it does, it changes your DNA to mRNA, which is
That was the Sister Oshun Hills, but I just want to let everybody know every video I show on here for fair use, every video I show on here for fair use for educational and entertainment purposes only. I had to put that out there. All right. Now y'all know about iRobot, right? Let's go ahead and see what's going on with this particular Tesla robots.
Game. Rock, paper, scissors. All right, explain me the rules. Explain you the rules? What do you mean? I'm pretty sure I saw you playing this with King K. No, it was probably my cousin or something. Was your cousins? All right, anyway. So you have rocks beat scissors, then scissors beats papers, and papers beat rocks. All right, you got it? Yes, I'm ready. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, man, I thought you didn't know how to play. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Like, I thought you didn't know how to play this game. Like, explain me, how can you win every time? I can explain why I win every time. Yeah. I lied. You lied to me? Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I pretended not to know the rules so that while you were explaining them, I was actually scanning your facial expressions and hand movements. This allowed me to predict your next move with only a 10% margin of error. No.
Did y'all hear that? The robot lied to him and knew how to play rock, paper, scissors. You ask yourself, like, Neg, why are you showing all these videos for today? Because this is various topics that's actually happening around the globe. The stuff that's happening that I'm showing you, it happened across the globe in this country and so on, right? And we've been lied to so many times over and over again. And I remember telling everybody on our channel that a lot of illusions, a lot of distractions, these distractions are unheard of. But, and I mean, but, it's time to wake up. I'm going to share this with y'all right here, this particular video of young Pharaoh. Now, like I said, for fair use, every video I play on this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And I really want y'all to listen to what he has to say. But before I do that, let me go ahead and put the camera on yours truly. Peace to you, Mother Shelley, and whoever else watching. Now, the thing is, we have been lied to so long, and y'all saw what they did with people. You heard what they said about the people they got the jab and the booster. We about to see some stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to see some stuff coming up. The chemtrails,
all the crazy cranks and
the chemtrails play a role in this. Also, those 6G towers that I spoke about. The 6G towers play a role in this. It don't make any sense. So what I'm gonna do is show the video
80% of Americans.
with the brother Young Pharaoh. And I want y'all to see at the top.
They cannot get above the animal plane conscious level. You see animals kill, a lion will kill you and don't lose no sleep. A gorilla will kill you, don't lose no sleep. A cobra will kill you, don't lose no sleep. The Caucasian is killing us and don't lose no sleep.
And play it again.
When we're dealing with the Caucasian not having no soul, you have to understand in order to possess the cosmic essence, you have to have melanin, a specific component of melanin, being neuromelanin, the one with the N, not the E. Caucasians only have pheomelanin, which is animal melanin. They cannot get above the animal plane conscious level. You see animals kill, a lion will kill you and don't lose no sleep. A gorilla will kill you, don't lose no sleep. A cobra will kill you, don't lose no sleep. The Caucasian is killing us and don't lose no sleep.
You see that? That's what the brother Young Pharaoh said. And when he did all of that, that's when he got him locked up on bogus charges. And you saw that they cloned him. They cloned him. Anybody that come out telling the truth about what's been going on, they try to take him out or clone and hurry up and clone him. And I come on this channel of ours to share information like this so y'all can know what time it is and get things ready. I've been telling y'all over and over again about stuff that's happening. When I played the video with Samuel Lee MD, and he went over those places that harness energies through fear and everything. When he talked about the 12-strand DNA, the 12-strand DNA is connected to what? I told you it's connected to the Kundalini, which is also connected to the mitochondrial. The mitochondrial DNA is only found in black women. I've been telling y'all this over and over again. Now, the 12-strand DNA, along with the mitochondrial DNA, along with that, with all the chakras on the planet, and the 12 stargates, all of this is so interconnected it don't make any sense. Once they harness your energy and also knock you off your vibration through fear mongering and so on, they got you. And they're taking your life force, your energy within your very essence of your etheric body. And you say, what is the solution to all of this? Well, I talked about mystery schools on the old channel I was featured on years ago. I kept on saying that about the calling. And there was visions that a old associate of mine who go by the name of Zen Wombs, years ago, she used to stay here in Baltimore, which is our hometown. And she said there was a vision that she had of people wearing all white. She said she was leading the way, but it was people wearing all white. There's specific kind of people that wear all white, and I've been saying stuff like this to certain brothers and sisters. The whole 144,000, it is the ones that's going to wear all white. These people are your divine healers, your divine beings that are what you call avatars. I've been talking about the avatars and all of that. The avatars, thank you. The avatars are going to have to get initiated into these mystery schools. And you say, what mystery schools? You can say Voodoo, Satria, slash Ifa, Palo Miombe, all these traditions that are ancient. Listen, this is not no fear video, but I really want y'all to understand that. And to back this information up, I found a video from TikTok to confirm about the mitochondrial DNA. A couple of them, to be exact. Let me see.
The black woman is the original creation. The black woman was the first woman to be created on this earth. Science has already proved this. Scientifically, only the DNA of the black woman, when it mutates, it can produce other races. The black woman is the only organism with the mitochondrial DNA that has all the variations to produce other human beings. This is why out of a black woman called Rebecca came two races. Edom, who was a white baby, and Jacob, who was obviously black. This is why only the black woman can give birth to other races. Only a black woman can give birth to a Caucasian baby, but a Caucasian woman can never birth a black baby. That is the power that is the Eve gene. While the world is about to return to innocence, the black woman is waking up to who she is, Mother Nature, and she's about to take her position in the Northern Kingdom. Arise, O black women, and know the power that you possess. I am your queen, Mary Tama, and I have spoken.
Bingo. So you ask yourself, how serious this is. It's very
When
serious.
you're dealing with the Caucasian not having no soul, you have to understand in order to possess the cosmic.
It's very serious, y'all. Bring this back to me. It's very serious. I then went through so much time to find these videos to show the importance of who we are. And all I can say, there's another video coming that I have found. So bear with me. So I took my time to really, let's see. Oh, now y'all don't want to show the email now, the email address. That's funny. Hold tight. That they trying to act funny with the Gmail. Because this is time that I had just went on and said I'm gonna just do some research. Now remember, in other videos on our channel, I spoke about that, but I got to show y'all back to the so-called black woman again. This is something I want to share with you all. And you say like, well, why are you showing all of this? Because I really want my sisters to know, to go back to their rightfully
This is what
ways,
we've been trying.
position.
Let's talk about the truth. There is so much discourse lately about who is native and who is indigenous, and even the nerve to bring up who is the architect of soul food. And what everyone needs to understand is that Black people are the earth. Black people are the only unmutated humanity. They told you humans came from Africa like it was a migration story, but that's not the truth. The truth is, Africa is the first face of the earth, and Blackness is the source of all biology. Everyone else, genetic drift, mutational echo, survival glitches adapted to ice and exile. Let's talk origins. The Black woman is the womb of the world. Forget the Eve in the garden story. That was a stolen metaphor. The real Eve lives in the woman's mitochondria. And not just any women. Melanin rich, thick-hipped, thick-lipped, and copper-toned. Elegant, poised, literally perfect, planet-rooted Black women. White women don't carry the full ancestral genome. Asian, Mexican, and Native women only carry fragments. Black women carry the total code. She doesn't reproduce diversity. She births the whole species. When small African offshoot groups migrated north, they weren't evolving. They were mutating, adapting to survival, not thriving. That's where lighter skin, narrow nostrils, reduced melanin, and behavioral changes began. All signs of environmental stress, not superiority. You don't get white by evolving. You get white by forgetting the sun. And that forgetting is not advancement. It's regression. The white genome contains 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA. Let me repeat, they didn't just descend from humans. They were cavemen. Black people have 0 Neanderthal admixture. That's not a joke. That's biology. Black people are the originals. Non-Black people are the remix. The problem is, the remix decided to express its evil nature by attempting to erase the original track. Let's talk indigenous. The term indigenous was invented by settlers to decide who was native enough to be managed, named, and displaced. But indigenous is a political term, not a genetic one. And political terms can't overwrite blood memory. Being first on the continent does not make you first on the planet. However, Black people being first on the planet means they are first on every continent. The Black genome is Earth's source code. Everyone else is just running a copy of their biological operating system. The war against Black genetics is a war against humanity. Melanin isn't pigment, it's the processor. It's the molecule that translates solar energy into light. Plants have it, animals have it, humans need it. Black people have the highest concentration of it, which means Black people don't just live on Earth, they translate it. They are not just a race, they are the root species. Black isn't a color, it's the motherboard. Every other group, adaptations, mutations, and mistakes. This isn't supremacy. This is truth. Black people didn't come from Africa. Africa came from Black people.
Living it true. Ain't that something? So, that was to confirm the mitochondrial DNA, which is also called the Eve gene. And that's only found in so-called Black women. And it's also connected to what I said many of times, which is the Kundalini energy, which is dealing with the divine feminine energy, which is connected to the mitochondria, which is dealing with the word or term in Marvel called X-Men, which deals with certain psychic gifts and also other gifts that deal with the phenomenon of being gifted on a psychic and also spiritual level, which is dealing with upgrades on a spiritual level that can manifest in the physical. And I know that's people like say, oh, that's pseudo. Hell no. You got people that went through these different mystery schools and have these gifts, such as levitation, telekinesis, and pyrokinesis, hydrokinesis, bending the air. I forgot what they call the air. Dealing with air bending and so on. This is also connected to the whole avatar thing that I've been telling everybody about. This is all interconnected. They put it in movies. The Last Airbender, that's pretty much talking about a person that mastered that divine feminine in them or feminine in them, which is the X chromosome. So, if you don't believe that the so-called Black woman is in tune with the planet with the mitochondrial, I have another video for you. Every video I show on here for fair use, educational purposes, and Entertainment purposes only. Look at this. This sister was singing to a whale, and the whale came to the ship. I'm gonna play it again if I can. This sister was singing to a damn whale. Look. And it followed the harmonial vibrations. That's the power that our women have and that we have, y'all, once we master it. Now you tell me, you tell your little big brother what the sand blazes. Y'all saw that she sank into the daggone well with the vibration, and it came to her with that vibrational tone. It came to the ship. It didn't even hurt her. It just came to her because of the daggone tone of that mitochondrial DNA. And this is what this that's what and the thing is they did everything on purpose to knock us off this frequency. Mainly our women. Let me see what else I have here, y'all. I'll play that one later. That's dealing with information about the original Hebrews and all that other stuff. But I want y'all to. I'm trying to see what else I have because I really want y'all to understand that this is not a joke. Let me see. All right, here you go. In Australia, so the answers came from the stars. Black people across the world always identify with their ancestors from the stars, okay? And since I'm saying stars, Star Wars popped in my head, but it popped in my head because Anakin is the word Anunnaki. Anakin name is Anakin Skywalker. The word Anunnaki literally translates to Skywalker or walk the sky. And then the dude who created Star Wars said he got all of his knowledge from Egypt. A Jedi is the word Dehij scrambled. Dehij was spelled, or Deji was spelled D-E-J-I. If you go look it up, a Dehij or a Deji was the bodyguard of a pharaoh. Go look this shit up. I'm gonna play it again. The Egyptians, who have been genetically confirmed to be black, said that their ancestors came from the stars. The Dogon tribe in Mali said their ancestors came from the stars. The Black Nagas of Japan and Asia said their ancestors came from the stars. The black Aboriginals in Australia said their ancestors came from the stars. Black people across the world always identify with their ancestors from the stars, okay? And since I'm saying stars, Star Wars popped in my head, but it popped in my head because Anakin is the word Anunnaki. Anakin name is Anakin Skywalker. The word Anunnaki literally translates to Skywalker or walk the sky. And then the dude who created Star Wars said he got all of his knowledge from Egypt. A Jedi is the word Dehij scrambled. Dehij was spelled, or Deji was spelled D-E-J-I. If you go look it up, a Dehij or a Deji was the bodyguard of a pharaoh. Go look this shit up. And to tell you the truth, that he's not lying about that. They put stuff in video games, and I'm a gamer myself, and I do have Assassin's Creed Origins, which is dealing with ancient Kemet, and they there you play a person that's actually a soldier or a bodyguard of a pharaoh. Um, but you're an assassin, and you are also doing magic and so on there, ancient like magic, all that stuff on there. Um, the whole Jedi were actually bodyguards, and they were bodyguards of the revolution of the person that of the queen or the princess or the royal family. That was Luke and Princess Leia. So they put all our stuff in movies, but they whitewash them. So it's like where we are at. We're at, people say, the end game. I'm not gonna say it's the end game because this is not a game. This is the finale, the finale of the real ones that have been chosen. This is dealing with the reawakening of what they call the gods. This is the reawakening of the divine healers, the divine beings, the divine warriors. This is actually happening. I repeatedly tell everybody that the divine beings are the true chosen ones that are the avatars. These avatars are these divine beings that have heard the call. And you say, what call? The call of nature, the call of the divine. The divine primordial mother called her children to wake up. And these spiritual systems that we were practicing before are going to help activate every chakra, every gift in our bodies. Now, everything they try to demonize that was our stuff, they demonized it so they could use it. The final showdown is actually going to be equivalent of us getting that same gifts back through these spiritual practices, and it's going to activate everything that we need. But you can start off with the meditations and so on. Affirmations is okay, but I'm gonna be 100 with you with the affirmations. The affirmations is preschool. Is preschool. That is actually helping you align your mind by saying the same thing over and over again. That's the preschool aspect of it. You have to, it's okay to start preschool, but you can't stay in preschool. Eventually, you got to go into being a person that graduates. You're going to have to go into undergrad school to get your PhD. You got me? To get all of that, get the masters and all of that. You got to go, listen, listen, preschool is fine in the beginning state because everybody keep on talking about raising vibrations and and get on the frequency. But see, this is the thing. A lot of people not talk about the frequency. I told y'all the frequency is C sharp on the planet. And the megahertz we can listen to, one of them is 432 megahertz. You can listen to that doing while you resting. And I also told brothers and sisters on our channel, you can listen to classical music. That is the original soul music as classical music. It can also heal. Okay. It can. I'm sorry, y'all. That was Jolly Bay texting me, letting me know it's a conference call for the for us Moors and everything. But I took the time to go over this with you all because I love all of you. Um, the soul music, aka classical music, it can heal your tones, your vibrations, your chakras, all that. It helps realign them. Classical music help realign your chakras, and it also helps with your crown. When if any of y'all remember when if you was in school, you had that one person in the personnel, as far as the faculty personnel, that probably listened to classical music. It was helping them align themselves. Let me see. The Egyptians, let me see if there's anything else. I was invited. I was invited to a sister's channel to speak on there, and I told I told her that I have to wait for the great mother, the primordial mother, to give me a sign to be on there. I said because the alignment has to be right. I don't want to go in there. The alignment is not right. Okay, I choose that because I had to be obedient. I made a promise that I would not do stuff unless I get the permission to. Okay, just put it right there. So I'm trying to see if I can have any other video. Yes, I'm gonna show y'all the language that we spoke over here. Okay, so bear with me. And if you listen to the sister, there's tones. We spoke with tones over here.
Tut is a language that was created here in America by American slaves. It's a system of reading that was secretly devised at a time when slaves weren't allowed to learn to read. And if they were caught, the punishments were terrible.
In spite of the risk, mothers taught their children, and the language was handed down from generation to generation. That's how it was in Gloria's family.
I learned to speak Tut language when I was very young. I heard my mother and her sister speaking it when my aunt would come to visit. She sounded the consonants and spoke the vowels, which is how you do in Tut. Because when you're speaking Tut, you're spelling the exact English word. You're simply spelling it by using its actual phonetic sound.
So Tut became a way for slaves who could read to read aloud to those who could not. But more importantly, it became a way for slaves to speak to each other secretly. 30 years ago, the former office administrator started to research and study Tut seriously, and eventually opened an office in her home. The result is the first book ever written in Tut.
Of the 1,500 books that I had original print, I've sold about 700 of the books myself. And I also have a website. If you click on the little picture of the word HELLO, you'll hear that's hello in Tut.
Since her retirement, Gloria McIlwain devotes all of her time to spreading the word about Tut.
I would like everyone to know that Tut language is here, its origins, the fact that it is a piece of American history, and that it is the type of information that shows how self-determination and self-reliance can come about and be used no matter what the circumstances.
Well, for years of research, Gloria's found people, mostly from the southern part of the country, who speak Tut, but she also found Tut speakers in Trinidad, Canada, and the Midwest. And since she's been online, she's had inquiries from as far away as Amman, Jordan. Now, when I was a kid, whenever my parents, and I think this is the language they were speaking, wanted to talk about things that we should not hear or understand,
Is that right?
They use Tut.
I would think that linguists would really be interested in this, just because people always wonder, well, how does a language actually start?
Yeah.
And that's precisely how it starts.
Yeah.
And change, yeah,
With the internet, it would stay alive.
Right.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, does play it again so y'all can hear her talk.
As foreign as the language Gloria McIlwain.
It's a tone. It's a sound spelling. Our ancestors spoke that to communicate. This is why I had did this live to touch bases on different things, different topics, to help wake everybody up on what's going on. Like, we really got to get back into our stuff, man. Like, this is not a joke. I'm trying to see what video. Oh, this is Godfrey talking.
Now shit, and I'm talking.
Give me a
talking
second.
to all minorities from other races. Keep your motherfucking keep black women's name out your motherfucking mouth if you ain't fucking complimenting them. This bullshit. I'm speaking up for black women. Fuck that. You know what I mean? I love black women. They're the fucking dopest to me, and it's not taking anything from other women. And what's fucked up too is when you talk proudly about black women, everyone gets upset. Everyone gets mad because the hatred of black people is so ingrained that if I go, black women are amazing. What? You're being racist. What the fuck? Does that even make any sense? That doesn't even make any sense. Black women are the shit. They age the best. They got the best bodies. You motherfuckers age early. Fuck you. You feel me? And you copy everything from black women. You dance like them. You talk like them. You ever see other races when girls want to get an attitude? They do this shit. They go, I see Asian girls doing it. I see Latin girls. It's black women shit. Right? Yeah. You get everything from black women. Even gay white men steal shit from black women. Girl, honey, the fuck out of here.
I just wanted to play that.
I think white people are so.
I just wanted to play that. I just wanted to play that because this whole thing, I just want to let y'all know how serious this is. And the attack have always been on the so-called black woman from day one because of the mitochondrial DNA, because of the Eve gene, because of who she is and who she symbolizes and who she represents. She represents, in all seriousness, she is a representative of the primordial great mother. That is why she was given the mitochondrial DNA. This is why she was given uh, the power to help regenerate the men when it comes down to it, to help them regenerate the kundalini energy. And it's her job as well to be not just a teacher, but a nurturing uh, being. And she's always been the first teacher. She was also the first guardian angel. The kundalini energy is totally connected to her, which is the X chromosome. The X chromosome is the mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene. Listen, the whole Adam and Eve thing was a metaphorical story. Okay? Because if you start questioning things like how did Cain know there were other people outside of the Garden of Eden? You got to start asking these questions, y'all. Listen, you got too many people waiting for a sky daddy to come save them. Then, once you start finding out the power that you truly have, that's going to really start lighting up a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of information. I'm trying to see what else do I have to show you, because I don't have to go over the mitochondrial DNA like that over and over again. Also, the chakras like that. I don't. There's plenty of videos we did on our channel pertaining that.
The only people.
I want to give a shout out to Pisces the
to
King.
make any contracts with this land.
I want to give a shout out to brother Pisces the King, because I really want to talk about also about a lot of lies that been told. You say, what you mean? You like, what you mean, Neg? Like, okay, it's time for us to also know about contracts. We need to know about contracts and who have the rights, who have the true rights to dictate what goes on in this country. I really want y'all to understand that. Everything has been a lie from day one. They done told us that our ancestral practices was demonic. You got agents on YouTube saying the same thing. calling stuff demonic that's ours, and they try to call it witchcraft and don't know shit that they're talking about. But when you start talking about vibrations, frequencies, when you start talking about that, guess what? That's also connected to those practices. Some of you need to go back and do your homework, go back to the lab and study, and stop copying off of people when you don't know what you're talking about. It's sickening that you don't know what you're saying. And if you're not knowing the home assignment and do the assignment, then guess what? You're going to be nothing more than a flunky. You're nothing more than a flunky because you're not putting the pieces together. Learn how to cross-reference and also give what? Give references. If you are a true teacher, give the references. Stop regurgitating shit over and over and start doing the work and start knowing what the fuck you talking about. That right there is the downfall of our people because the lack of knowledge. The lack of knowledge can destroy you, and the blind can lead the blind. This is why it upsets a brother like yours truly, because nobody is not really understanding that you really need to know what the hell you're talking about and give the examples and stop copying and listen and pick up a daggone book and also read, because reading is fundamental. I'm gonna go back to that video. Listen to this. And this is why I said that the first teachers were the women. Shout out to Brother Price is the king for this. This sister he put me on with.
Have a right to make any contracts with this land known as the Americas or the original people of this land. Period. The original people of this land. That would be the melanated people who running around calling themselves Black, African, Negro. Here's the problem, original people. Every time you open your mouth, you write a contract. Every time you open your mouth, you write a contract. And these people are going to hold you to it. This is why you can't get your land back, because you keep calling yourselves things that degrade you, that lower your status. You don't have any legal authority to be requesting anything because you're still asleep. If you want to wake up, come to the front of the room and pay attention.
You know what's crazy? That same sister who video I just played, that same sister who video I just played, she...
If you want to see the names of the original people,
check it out. That same sister I just played, if I'm not mistaken, when I was featured on the other channel, she emailed your little big brother, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go ahead and see if I still have her email and give her a call to see if she's the same person. Because if she is, it'll be a treat for her to really come on here and start breaking down stuff. Because it's time for the sisters to start really getting into details about all of this. Because a lot of you hold these keys. And a lot of you done had the big mama talk to you and everything. So this is the time of the mitochondrial. Your son's already been speaking. It's time for y'all to now speak and take the forefront, because every nation of different women want to be like you. You were the caretakers of the land. You were the caretakers of all the lands, the whole entire masses of lands. The planet is built around you. But I digress, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I hope y'all learned something. because the more I'm not going to be talking as much. Every video I showed on here for fair use, every video that I showed here for fair use only, for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. I have plenty of other videos, but I'm gonna wait until another time to play them. I want to let y'all know that I love all of you, and I want to say thank you for watching. Love, peace, light, darkness, supreme balance, which is the yin and the yang, which is the divine feminine and masculine put together to bring supreme balance. It is your little big brother, Neg Say. I love all of you. Peace.